maybe until rain in the forecast for tomorrow with that Hanwha LG game. Never rains where Rich Hollenberg is. It's always sunny. He's our friend from this company. He covers the Tampa Bay Rays. Dan Straley, Lotte pitcher, took a tough loss yesterday, but pitched really well. He'll be alongside. And Sam Pasco is going to have a chance to talk on ESPN. I know he's excited about that. He's got a KBO podcast on RotoWire. Dan Schulman will talk Blue Jays. The Baby Jays.
Baby Jays are exciting now.
Ranks without any pro experience. Into center field. And it's a 1-2-3 frame. Dan Straley's got a great podcast. So does Sam Pasco. He does his with the RotoWire, and he's got a Doosan hat. He's excited. He's going to join us right after this.
Wait, we are ready.
Sam Pasco is a correspondent for RotoWire. He's going to be a freshman at Penn this fall, and he joins us now from San Francisco. Sam, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us, man. What motivated you to get involved with KBO, and why KBO at this point?
I think it's just a great league. You got the 10 teams, 5 games a day, 6 of the 7 days a week. I love the high-scoring offense. It's a really manageable league. You kind of keep track of everything going on pretty easily, and I think it's a pretty cool one that we kind of discovered here during our quarantine here in America.
All right, Sam, I was reading up. I saw Sidearm baseball enthusiast. Am I reading that right? Sidearm pitching enthusiast. What leads one to be a sidearm pitching enthusiast?
Well, you mentioned Penn. I'm hoping to walk on, and I've adjusted to sidearm pitching as a little unique thing. I was trained by Adam Simber. He's a reliever now for the Cleveland Indians, was in that Brad Hand trade from Padres to the Indians. And I just kind of learned the style from him. And now I'm trying a little Darren O'Day style. So I'm a big fan of the sidearm action, and they got a lot of that in KBO. So I'm really excited.
So we're not full submarine. We're more sidearm. Like, have you been watching YouTube of Dan Quisenberry yet?
Not quite yet. I'm still a little on Steve Cishek, a little Joe Smith action. So not quite all the way down there, but pretty close, hip level. So it's a different look.
It's a process.
Oh,
hey,
sure.
When you started watching KBO, when you got this league started to appeal to you, what did you find the most interesting? Like, what stood out to you where you went, whoa, I've never seen baseball like that before?
I think it's the leg kicks from the batters. You see a lot of line drive action. They're trying to hit the ball, on a line, hit it hard, and just swinging hard and just playing the game. It's a lot of fun because you don't see that here in America a lot. It's pretty rigid. There's a lot of coaching. There, they seem to be having fun with the game, and it was really cool to see that, from professionals. So I just had to acknowledge that and just, respect that, the love of the game they have, and that unique offensive style that they present.
Okay, so you're heading to Penn in the fall. Give me the Sam Pasco resume right now. All right. How did you get to this point? I know you. Yeah, fire away. It's all the floor is yours.
Yeah, so back April 2019, I started the sports department at KXSF 102.5 FM, small community station here in San Francisco. And then I started covering the Giants and Warriors. I was actually just getting back from the Giants-Rangers game tonight, actually, one of 35 credentialed media covering that game. So a lot of Giants, Warriors, a little Stanford, Cal football as well. So doing a lot of Bay Area sports. And then sports get shut down this past March. I still kind of had a flow, second semester senior year. I was kind of getting a flow into it. So I pick up CPBL. It's Taiwan's league. Find that interesting. Talk to a couple of the guys over there. Pick up about a little interview mini-series talking about, getting to know them as people. It's interesting talking about, them, from the Codify, what you guys were talking about. But also, these guys got stories. Yeah. Dan Straley, he's trying to get back to the major leagues to pitch for his son. And I think that's a really interesting story to tell. And, a lot of these guys have that. So that's been one of my recent work now, doing a lot of the interview series. Talked to Drew Rzinski, Jake Brigham, Taylor Motter as well, and Nick Kingham. Now they're out of the KBO, but a lot of great guys, a lot of personalities. So that was what I did back in May. And then now more recently, I'm producing 2 different shows for RotoWire, covering the KBO, kind of keeping it, fun, lively. We do a live stream Monday and Thursdays, previewing the upcoming series, kind of breaking it down, getting the fans engaged. And then the second show is a 2-minute show, just kind of getting people updated every day. What's going on? Player news, odds, scores, all that. So that's the 2-minute resume there. A little bit. Proudest thing I got to say is I made Bruce Bochy laugh last year talking about Kevin Pillar in the leadoff spot. It was pretty cool to see him go out and just such a great manager, and being there for 60-plus games was a real honor.
Young Ho Cho has a 4-hit game in the leadoff spot. This is Jae-Gyun Wong. What you said, you're at the ballpark earlier tonight. What was it like? What's it like being in a ballpark with no fans and a major league game going on?
As media, it doesn't throw you off as much because we're used to getting there, 2-3 hours before when the ballpark is pretty empty. So that part is pretty normal. I think the only part where it really stood out to me was the 7th inning stretch. They played that on the Jumbotron, and it was a little spooky there. You just have these, white cardboard cutouts because we see it from the back in the press box. It's like, what is this? Who is stretching during the 7th inning stretch right now? So that was a little spooky. But outside that, we're pretty used to having the empty ballpark. So it's not that much different, and the players seem to be enjoying it. So that's a lot of fun. But the only other difference, too, actually, is the Zoom calls. You don't actually get to go to the clubhouse, talk to the guys. It's all over Zoom, and that's the new style now. So,
what are you seeing with your RotoWire podcast? You talk about odds or lineups that people are putting together in terms of FanDuel or whatever they're playing. What have you noticed in terms of how KBO has been embraced for people who want to play games like that?
I think they've just really taken to it as a game to play, as something that's unique and that, you don't really get to see a lot here with American sports. I mean, this is baseball, but yet we're having, totals at 10.5, 11. I think I saw a Doosan NC game set at like 13 or something crazy like that. So I think people are just enjoying something familiar, but yet something new, a new take on something familiar. So I think they really liking that. And of course, having the foreign players in there, the Aaron Altair, the Dan Straley, someone that's a little familiar, but also learning new guys as well, is something that they're really enjoying.
Yeah, I think.
Go ahead,
Kyle. I think we hit the over just about every game. At least the ones that I've seen.
Yeah, well, most do. That is accurate. There's
your water slide.
There's our famous water slide. All right, Sam, you got to pick 2 for the Korean series right now. Who you taking?
Oof, tough one. I got to go Dinos. I got the hat here, of course, and
yep.
I think the Kia Tigers. They were kind of middle of the pack for most of the year. They're coming on strong now. Aaron Brooks, he's another family guy like Straley. He's got his family over there. So I think they have enough. I like Preston Tucker. He can really get hot. When he gets hot, he's hot. He's been cold recently, but he definitely has what it takes to power them to a Korea championship.
Here's Mel Rojas Jr. He's chasing a triple crown. He just dipped to 2nd in batting average as the fastball misses inside. Do you think he gets a triple crown?
Oh, easily. Are you kidding me? What he's done past 10 weeks since opening day, basically. This guy's been on fire. OPS over 1,000, I think, for 10 straight weeks. He is powering this Wiz offense into a playoff berth. I mean, this is insane. Do I say Hall of Fame? Do I dare say Hall of Fame level? But definitely MVP level. As William Cuevas there's pointing at me.
Yeah, he knows. He knows what's up. It's a 9-0 lead for KT. Here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 on. So you were on board with KBO opening day? You just jumped right in, or did it take you a while to get warmed up to it?
It took a little bit, not that long. I was mainly on the CPBL bandwagon for a little bit, but once KBO announced their partnership with ESPN, I was like, I got to be tuning in 3 a.m. to check it out, to actually be able to watch the games. That's pretty much been it, day one. And, of course, got the Dinos hat here from doing their NC Dinos Recall fan projects. That was pretty early in the season, and had my face on a cardboard cutout over there in NC Stadium before it was cool. That's back when it was just this brand new kind of hokey thing. But now it's embraced everywhere. I was one of the first, and it's pretty cool to know that there's a cardboard cutout version of myself somewhere in Korea right now. So that's pretty cool.
You're a trendsetter. Hey, what differences have you noticed between CPBL and KBO, if any?
I think the offense. I mean, you think KBO is crazy. I mean, the uni president 7-Eleven Lions, they can score 20 runs a night. The Rakuten Monkeys, the offense is just insane, even more so in the CPBL.
Sam, you were fantastic. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate it, and we hope to have you on later on in the season, bud.
Sam, see you, buddy.
Thanks for having me, guys. Really appreciate it.
Introducing Budweiser Zero.
KT Wiz Park, 9-0 Wiz over the Wyverns. So we head to the 7th inning. How about Sam? Rising freshman at Penn. He's graduated from high school a couple months ago.
Did you go check his website out? All the stuff that Sam's done already. You hadn't even stepped foot on a college campus yet. That'll make you feel good about yourself. You go look at that. You see what that kid's accomplished at 18.
See what a Penn degree does for him. Probably have that in 2.5 years. Here's Jamie Romack at the plate.
Hey, by the way, Hyung Jun So has been outstanding on the mound.